Hi Sagittarius, how's it going? I hope you're doing wonderful today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm just going to pull 5 cards for you. Let's see what messages Spirit has for you today. I've already cleared the energy of your cards, of these cards. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Always check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs in case you have messages over there. Okay, so let's pull the 5 cards for Sagittarius, please. You have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. Then you have the Knight of Swords reversed. Then you have the 3 of Cups reversed. Then you have the King of Pentacles reversed. And you have the 4 of Swords. Okay, so let me just line these up here. Hold on. Okay. So we'll start with the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, let me put it right here so you can see. So tens usually mean completion. When it comes out reversed, this is Virgo energy. This is about, it could represent family disputes, a lack of stability, a lack of resources. It could represent bankruptcy, debt, the dark side of wealth. Some of you are breaking traditions. It could represent financial failure or loss, being excluded from a will or not leaving a will. It could be a warning of a legacy or an investment or financial security that is lost. Could be through the market, legal fees or taxes, or for some of you it could represent an inheritance that didn't, an expected inheritance that did not turn out as you had hoped. Okay, or maybe some of you are so established at this point that you're maybe stagnating a little bit. Like maybe you've retired comfortably and you're just sitting around, like watching TV or something. If that resonates, Spirit is saying that you need to activate some growth in your life to avoid boredom. Maybe take up a hobby or do some charity work, or maybe even teach others your skills, is what Spirit is recommending. But yeah, your breaking traditions here could represent new money. It could represent instability, conflicts over money. It could represent a divorce, sending you a big hug if that resonates, for sure, okay? But yeah, there could be some issues of isolation and loneliness here. Financial troubles may be threatening the very stability of the home. There's a sense that something has been taken away from someone against their will with this card. And then the second card is a Knight of Swords reversed. And again, this can be male or female in a general reading like this. And it can also represent you or someone in your life. Um, this is Gemini energy. So the Knight of Swords can be a bit of a bully, someone who's impulsive, burnt out of control, someone who's heading for a fall, a know-it-all, someone who is rude, forceful, aggressive, hurtful. Um, this person can lead others to danger, someone who's out of control, out of their depth. It could represent missed opportunities, unpredictability. It can represent. This knight, though, loses their aggressiveness and becomes passive about a situation that requires action. For some of you, he could suggest that you're delaying doing what is necessary, like maybe neglecting necessary grunt work or some form of communication. But unfortunately, there could be serious repercussions from avoiding this work. And if this night, sorry, I have my window open. It's noisy outside for a second. If this night doesn't represent a person, you or someone in your life, it can indicate that you're mentally closed off from a situation that desperately needs attention. And it's creating bad feelings and opposition. If this knight is someone that you're dealing with, he or she could be a braggart or even a liar, someone that might tell stories to bolster his own self-esteem and to gain the respect of others. This Knight of Swords reversed is someone who lacks compassion and takes pleasure in verbally embarrassing people. He has an inferiority complex. He's sarcastic, impulsive, forceful, unfocused. Yeah. Someone who's become increasingly excessive, patronizing, maybe even fanatical in their thinking. So let's keep going. Your third card is the Three of Cups reversed. Okay? A lot of protection from spirit in this reading because 4 out of your 5 cards came out reversed. So the Three of Cups reversed is represented by Cancer in the zodiac. This is about overindulgences, gossiping, isolation, hardcore partying, canceled celebrations, broken engagements, dispersal, a lack of friends. It could represent achievement, excess in physical enjoyment. It could represent broken engagements, canceled weddings, termination, cheating, affairs, gossiping, an imbalanced social life, a lack of social life. Take however it resonates, okay? But, yeah, independence. It's still a positive card, even though it came out reversed. Except that the gratification you're getting may be more sensual than deeply emotional. Spirit is saying that you'll still enjoy success, but your achievements may be in the small things. And for some of you, Spirit is saying that support systems, friends, or family may have let you down, or again, something, a celebration or a party, something something will not go as planned, I think, is what Spirit is saying here with this card reversed. But be careful of overindulgence. Be careful of not wanting to let go of the illusion of the good life, okay? Sometimes friendships and partnerships end just because those involved have grown and moved on. You or someone else is being too hard on themselves. The way you perceive relationships has a lot to do with the issues surrounding your situation. Don't overcompensate by seeking solace from things that temporarily stem the pain of separation. Okay, be careful with that, Spirit is saying. Then your fourth card is the King of Pentacles. And again, this is either King of Pentacles reversed. This is either you, someone in your life, or a situation. And male or female in a general reading like this, Taurus energy. This is bankruptcy, corruption, it's poor financial decisions, indulgence again, greed, materialistic, wasteful, collapse of an empire, someone who's stubborn, possessive, unfaithful, disloyal, greedy, hasty. It's a card of instability again, is coming up. He could represent an ungrounded male or female, an unsuccessful business person, someone again who's ruthless, uncaring, cold, makes poor judgment, someone who's losing their grip on things, someone who's financially inept, obsessed with wealth and status, exploitative. King of Pentacles reversed. Spirit is saying that this king can represent danger or an unwise business move, or Spirit's warning you to be aware of the small print in any contracts being negotiated. This king can also indicate unfair competition, shady business practices, or an untrustworthy man or woman again in a general reading. But yeah, sensuality, greed, bankruptcy, someone who is underqualified, broke, materialistic, disloyal, unfaithful, discouraging, obstinate, possessive. Take only what resonates. Again, remember. There's a disconnection from natural physical energies and almost a sense of ignoring what obviously needs taking care of. This person is authoritative to the extent where they appear far too domineering and blatantly attempt to control people and situations, much to the detriment of all. And then your last card is the Four of Swords. This card came out upright. So this is this represents like the ending of your reading, okay? This card, the Four of Swords, is represented by Libra, and it's all about self-protection, withdrawal, rest, restoration, contemplation, rebuilding your strength, retreating. For some, it could be being held in a suspended state, withdrawal, introspection. It's telling you to have faith. It's a card of fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed. It's also telling you that you have a lot of spiritual support around you. It's a card about peace and it represents peace and quiet. But Spirit's saying it's not a time to deal with these situations right now, okay? This card is all about rest and recuperation. Just working on your problems quietly with motivation. Some of you feel the need for introspection and solitude so you can contemplate and understand what happened and why it happened. You're in the first stage of recovery, whether that's from emotional upheaval or physical illness. You're resting and taking time to think things through and plan your next moves wisely. Some of you may want to retreat from other people in the world while you get your inner house in order. Okay? Yeah, rebuilding your strength. It's a card of mental overload or needing solitude. Spirit is telling you to rest. You need to just take a step back a little bit and recuperate, rebuild your strength. For some, again, it could represent hospitalization, being in the hospital. But Spirit is saying, have faith, right? You need a timeout. Retreating is fine, but do so with the intention of returning, lest you become lost to your thoughts, okay? Do not be undone by your own mind. You've gone through a lot, Sagittarius, but know also that you are incredibly resilient. Maybe go on a vacation, go for a weekend away, okay? Maybe externalize and process the situation. Mark everything down on a piece of paper and burn them as offerings to the sky and watch them leave you, but don't dismiss their validity as aspects of the human condition. Maybe ask for help. This situation may actually need someone outside to help you through this. And remember, Sagittarius, there's no shame in wanting or needing help. Very, very, very important, okay? Be careful. The overthinking is when people overthink, it's because they're not trusting their own intuition, okay? Remember that. I want you to remember that. Trust your intuition. I did a daily message, a couple videos before this one. Listen to it. What Spirit is saying is your loved ones and companions may not be aware of the extent of your mental anguish, but they can do much to help. You just have to let them in. So, yeah. This isn't the time to deal with your situation. Spirit wants you to just like take a time out, okay? Take yourself away, calm down and heal so that you can approach your issues refreshed. Quiet, peaceful reflection and meditation will bring clear insight so that you can handle your situation to your benefit. So that is your messages for today, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for letting me channel these messages. I'm sending you lots of love and strength, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.